My name is Ayden Owens-Delerme, and I compete in the decathlon and track and field for Puerto Rico. Being here in the museum here at Albergue is a beautiful thing, being able to see all the great legends that came through Puerto Rico, obviously before my time, and to be able to, be inspired by all the great athletes and to see that this country has produced, some of the greatest athletes on earth, and to have them here on display is definitely a humbling experience as a young athlete myself, coming up and trying to, represent the country, a country that's so proud of their athletes and their heroes. So I'm just humbled to be in the presence of some of these legends. I'll be here in Albergue for a month now. I had an injury before the World Championships this year, and I had a procedure done for my knee. So I'm here rehabbing and utilizing the great facilities here at Albergue to recuperate and make sure that my body can get healthy for this Olympic year coming up. So yeah, everything here I've been impressed by at Albergue, the facilities, the resources, the support that I have as an athlete on the national team is all that I could ask for, and I'm excited to get my body healthy and ready for this big year. I was born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and my connection with the Olympic Committee here was I had a coach, one of my many coaches growing up. One was Coach Jose Rivera, and he was actually one of the principal architects of the school here, SADAL, when he worked down here in Albergue. And he is from Pittsburgh, but also from Puerto Rico, and I grew up running against his son and with his son. And so whenever he was coaching me in high school, he said, "Hey man, I think, you're Puerto Rican." He knew that we were family friends. He said, "I think there's an opportunity for you on the island to be able to represent them." And obviously that was something that caught my interest. I just didn't know if it was possible or how to make that possible. So Coach Jose really opened the doors to me being able to represent Puerto Rico and facilitate a connection between the Olympic Committee and myself. The first event where I represent Puerto Rico was in 2018, the World Athletics Under 20 Championships in Finland. And I competed in the decathlon and actually stepped on the line in the 400 meters and ended up getting disqualified in that event. So it was a sour ending, but it was definitely a great beginning to a long career representing, the country of Puerto Rico. My decision to represent Puerto Rico, over the United States was definitely a difficult one. But I'll say it like this, because I always do. It was something personal for me. It wasn't a business decision where, a lot of the American coaches and sort of just like growing up in the States, the expectation was, hey, you're going to compete for USA, Team USA. Everyone had that expectation on me. But for me, growing up in a Puerto Rican family, with all this pride and my background and my heritage, I really didn't. I had no interest in competing for the USA. When I knew the opportunity was there for Puerto Rico, I said that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to make my mom proud, my grandparents proud, their country, and myself. And I thought that it would make more of an impact on the people of Puerto Rico, and also more of an impact on me personally, because I'm going to compete for a country that I really care about and I really love, rather than, obviously the country that brought me up in the States. But I just saw more opportunity here. This World Championships was complicated. I've had a difficult year, obviously, leading up to the Worlds. Had a lot of successes and a lot of failures, but I was dealing with some injuries, some problems with the knee, some things that made training difficult for me to be able to really capitalize on the talent that I had, for example, the year prior, and when I got fourth at the World Championships. So I was fighting that, and I just hadn't had the reps and the training to support me to be able to, truthfully, to end up with a medal at that event, and ultimately end up no hiding, which is fine. It's an experience that I put behind me, but I'm going to learn from it and make sure that never happens again. But ultimately, I'm a fighter, but I was injured, and it's difficult to be able to fight through some injuries. So now my focus is on getting healthy so that the Olympic Games in 2024, there's a very different result. So I think me being here, I think my path to the Olympics and my path to, this glory that's to come will mean a lot more to me, and I think will mean a lot more to the people. If they see me, they know me, and I'm just here in Puerto Rico, in the motherland, and that's why I did it.